Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Red Elevator. I'm Nina Takesh, and today I have stepped out of the elevator and into my family room so that I can give you guys a tour of how I have totally renovated and changed the space. So follow me. Today, since so many of you ask me, I am wearing these new pants from Zara. We will link them in the description box. My shoes are Christian Dior, and I just have a basic tank top on from, I don't even remember where. As many of you know, I've been lucky enough to have been chosen as the Anthropologie ambassador, Anthro Living ambassador for 2022, and I have had so much fun with Anthropologie and their team. They have been really gracious and have gifted me these wonderful pieces that some of them actually are in this room, and we'll talk about those as well. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you are missing out quite a bit because I have shown all the wonderful things that I've been gifted from Anthropologie, how I use them, and these are things that you can also get as well. And we're doing a lot of giveaways. So I absolutely encourage you to follow me on Instagram. My handle is the same, at Nina Takesh. And if you follow my stories, you're gonna get a lot of insight on my everyday decor tips, how I style every part of my home, how I style my clients' homes, and it is definitely something that you want to consider. My favorite part of my family room is probably my egg chair. This is a very, very old vintage egg chair, Knoll egg chair that I purchased many years ago from an antique store, and I had it reupholstered. So it had a black sort of lining. I wanted to lighten things up. I felt the room was a little bit dark, a little depressing. So I lightened it up with a beautiful linen fabric. And then next to it, I placed my ultra favorite floor lamp by Kelly Wearstler for Circa lighting. We will link everything that is available or things that are similar to it down in the description box so that you too can have access to these items. One of the first things that I was gifted or that I'm going to be talking about from Anthropologie, Anthro Living, was the wooded Manor mirror. And what I really loved about it is that it created balance between the bookcase and the other side of the room. I had two niches. My niches were not identical, and this happens in construction, or it happens when architects do things that are not necessarily symmetrical for a variety of reasons. And so I really couldn't put two identical bookcases. I needed to change it up, and the way that I did it is I did a built-in bookcase that I showcased here before on my channel, and went through the process of showing you how it was that we built it and exactly what design we used for the bookcase. But then how do I balance this new giant bookcase that's basically wall to wall in that corner with another corner that was very empty? And the way to do it, and the way that I did it that I think works really well, is to put a large floor mirror that was significant in size so that it really played beautifully and balanced the new bookcase. The second item that I have featured in my family living room is the Saguaro Sectional by Anthropologie Anthro Living. And what I absolutely adore about this sofa is that everybody and anybody who sits on the sofa loves it. Not only do they love it, but they say it's extremely comfortable. My husband and children have been at me because the last sofa we had was so uncomfortable that now they actually sleep for a long period of time on the sectional, and it actually is super, super elevated in terms of its style, in terms of its fabric. It's very au courant, meaning it's trending at the same time, but it also has beautiful lines, and it really is a great piece to have in the family room. So the rug that you see in this room, it's just temporary. I had it in a different room, and my last rug I pulled out of here because it was too gray and I wanted to go with more of a neutral tone just to change things up. I change things up as a designer on a regular basis. So today you'll see this, tomorrow it might be something else, but for now, we have a beautiful cream neutral rug, which I plan on buying one that's bigger. You guys know how I feel about rugs. You want to make sure your rug is at least under every foot of each piece of furniture that's in the room. So in this room right now, it's under the L-shaped sofa, but it isn't quite big enough. So I will be changing this out, and of course, I will share that with you as it's being transformed. But in addition, I don't have a coffee table. This was not intentional. I do plan on making my own coffee table. I also am a furniture designer, and I do have my own line. So if you guys are interested in seeing the pieces that I sell, you can certainly look them up on my website. It'll be in the description section. But for this space, I'm in a bit of a kerfuffle because do I do something that's round? Do I do something that's architectural? I've been looking at these photos that you can see here. One of them that I love is this type of coffee table that Lee Broom has, one of my favorite designers, in his living room in New York. And I'm thinking of something architectural in that sense. You guys know I love pieces that tell a story, pieces that have history, and not just things that are ordinary. So because my sofa is a very clean L-shaped, I really think that we could do something super fun here in this room, and I will share it with you as soon as I have figured it out. You guys know how much I love to mix high-low. This is a Zara stool that I bought very recently from Zara Home. We're gonna link this, hopefully it's still available. It's a tiny little teak little stool, but can I tell you how much I love this stool? And can I tell you how much use we're getting out of this stool? It was less than $100. So sometimes we put a drink on it, especially because we don't have a coffee table, but sometimes we'll put our feet on it. There are so many uses for this stool. So I also like to make things fun in a room and not make everything so serious. That's part of interior design, not to take things too seriously. Throw in some, odds and ends, throw things that look weathered, throw things that you love, and that's how you can make your space really your own. 2 shout outs, guys. Henry Canizales and Christy Garcia, thank you for being such loyal followers, and we were going to have more shout outs this year and more giveaways, so make sure and give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for joining me on this really fun episode of Red Elevator. I hope you guys had a good time. I am now lying on the sofa, and I got to tell you, if I didn't have 75 meetings today, I would literally just fall asleep. It's so comfortable. Down, baby, down. Thank you for joining me on this episode. And I have a very, very interesting announcement to make. When we took a poll last week at our IKEA kitchen deep dive, guess where my next shop with me is going to be? We took a poll and CB2 won the poll. What does that mean? That means I'm going to take you guys into CB2 right away so we can see what's happening, and I'm going to share with you the pieces that I love and have to have. You guys know how much I love it there. So again, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you again next week on the Red Elevator.